CrimeFighters, the searchlight on crime and criminality.
It's CrimeFighters Briefs. Thanks for staying with us. Now the headlines. Federal government vows support for improved security in West Africa. Interpol elects a Nigerian into its executive committee. And Nigerians have been asked to rise up and fight against crime. Details shortly.
Fighters, the searchlight on crime and criminality.
The federal government has pledged its support for the improvement of security in the West Africa region. This was stated during the 11th meeting of West Africa Police Chiefs Committee in Abuja last week. The Minister of Police Affairs, Dr. Ibrahim Yakubu Lame, who represented President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, said security occupies a central position in his 7-point agenda and that the Nigerian police has been restructured for better performance.
I am quite confident that our police and other security services will be better positioned and motivated to scare our cities and borders across the sub-region against criminals in the distant future.
Talking about the objectives of the West Africa Police Chief meeting, Dr. Lame said the meeting is an opportunity for police chiefs in the sub-region to share ideas and draw up plans for improved security in the sub-region.
The fight against transnational and cross-border crimes remains daunting, as the criminals have adopted advanced approaches taking advantage of technology and lack security at our borders to evade detection, apprehension, and possible prosecution. The orientation towards finding common legislative, training, and operational grounds to reduce and do bureaucratic hurdle in itself and is in itself an encouraging indication of the resolve to work with unity of purpose.
Speaking at the event, the Inspector General of Police, Ogbonna Okechukwu Onovo, said though the police have made commendable efforts, that more still needs to be done.
Despite these efforts, a lot still has to be done, and that is why we are here. We have to continue our collaborative measures, devise new strategies to tackle the menace as they come.
Inspector General of Police has commended Interpol for the election of Deputy Commissioner of Police, Adamu Muhammad, as a member of Interpol Executive Committee for Africa. Adamu Muhammad, who was on secondment to Interpol headquarters in Lyon, headed the anti-fraud unit of Interpol for 10 years. During the last Interpol General Assembly in Singapore, the Chief Police Worldwide appreciated the performance he had put in over the years by making him the first Nigerian member of Interpol Executive Committee.
I can assure you all that his background and experience will be a tremendous asset to all of us. He will surely maintain and sustain the confidence and trust reposed on him.
Last week, His Excellency Ambassador of the Kingdom of Netherlands, C.A. Evans de Veer, visited the Inspector General of Police at the force headquarters, Abuja. Mr. de Veer thanked the Nigerian police for the cooperation between the Nigerian police and the Dutch police, saying they will continue to fight human trafficking and other forms of criminality side by side. He further called on the Nigerian police to join efforts with the Dutch police to stop 419 scam in his country.
I'm here to thank you in the first place for the excellent cooperation we have between the Nigerian police and the Dutch police. I didn't have yet the opportunity to meet the new IG, to have that privilege and honor to tell him about this excellent cooperation. We have on a very regular basis missions, delegations from Holland here, police people here. We also have on a regular basis people from Nigeria in the Netherlands. We work in a number of areas with the Nigerian police, among others in the area of human trafficking, together with NAPTIP.
While expressing delight at the visit from the Ambassador of Netherlands, the Inspector General of Police, Ogbonna Okechukwu Onovo, said crime has gone international and the Nigerian police will join others to make the global society safe.
Crime has gone international, like
you're quite well noted. And we of Nigerian Police Force, we can't be left behind. We join others in Interpol, the Chiefs of Police Association, and other international organizations. We join hands to do things together to ensure that we have a safe society.
Commenting on the event leading to the release of Pa Simeon Soludo, the Anambra State Police Commanders said all hands was on deck as the family of the victim worked with the police to ensure a safe release of the 78-year-old man. Meanwhile, the police are still on the trail of the kidnappers after they had dropped the victim in a pre-arranged location around Oko Umoze Road in Anambra State. Chatting with CrimeFighters, the public relations officer of the Nigerian Police Force, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Emmanuel Ojukwu, called on all Nigerians to take a stand against kidnapping and all forms of criminality.
No, Nigerians need to rise up, not just police. Everybody must rise up and refuse this thing. Don't allow them to have safe passage in your community. Let them not have safe haven in your area. They must not stay because they stay somewhere. People who cook food for them. People who sell women to them. Policing is not a one-man business. It's not a one-man show. We need partnership from the public. The kidnappers and even the victims are kept in people's houses. Are kept in communities. There's a community in Anambra State where the police were after a gang of kidnappers. And members of the community diverted police attention to another place. They misled the police. There's a community where after all these escapades, the boss will come and be sharing money to members of the public. And they'll be hailing them. That culture is bad.
Commenting on whether the police will ever win the fight against kidnapping, the first PRO said there is no crime-free society as there can be no vacuum in crime. But he asserted that the police will win this fight as right will always overcome wrong. And that's it for Crime Fighters Brief. Stay with us.
This can be one of the best police forces in the world. We will be whatever you make us. We need your cooperation. Just cooperate with us and make us the best in the world. Thank you.
Crime Fighters, the police and you.